Hello and welcome everyone. I am Nida Ahmed, Talent Acquisition Advisor from Pakistan. I'm excited to have you all join us today for this live session. The agenda for today's session is to walking you through our case challenge, and our speakers will share some insights and tips to help you excel in the competition. In the next slide, we will learn about what Mondelez is. Okay, so Mondelez is the heaven for the snack lovers, and we are the snacking leaders across the globe. So we are number one in the biscuit category, number two in the chocolates category, number three in cakes and pastries, and also number three in the snack bars. These are some of the iconic brands we have produced across the globe, which are one of the loved one products across. Okay, so in the next slide, we will gonna see the global presence of Mondelez. So we have 4 regions and 15 business units across. We have our headquarter in New Jersey. The other one is in Florida, one at Zurich, and another one is Singapore. We as Pakistan and Egypt belongs to MENAP region, which is Middle East, North Africa, and Pakistan. In the next slide, now we will delve into the MENAP region, which is basically okay. So, this MENAP region consists of countries like Pakistan, Egypt, and some other countries like Gulf Market, KSA, Bahrain, and Morocco. We have total 7 manufacturing plants within this region. 3 plants are based in Egypt, 2 are based in Pakistan, one in Morocco, and one in Bahrain. We are the market of multiple categories. You can see on right the categories across these countries are producing. Okay, so the next slide is all about what we stand for as Mondelez. So everything we do is rooted in our purpose, mission, values, and strategies. As a purpose, we empower people to snack right. And how we're going to do this? This is through our mission, that is, lead the future of snacking with the right snack for the right movement made the right way. We are highly committed to our values across. We have 3 main values, which are love our consumers and brands, do what's right, and grow every day. These values are the key principles, and we live these values across through these strategies. These strategies are based on the 4 pillars within Mondelez, that is growth, execution, culture, and sustainability. In the next slide, now we will going to see and we're going to learn about the early careers. So what this early career program is all about, this is one of our global program which we have in Mondelez. This program aims to provide structured and meaningful experiences for our early career talents. The key objective is to hire the top talent in our team. We get their fresh view and new perspective and ideas, and it comes to our business, which will definitely contribute towards the growth. We also develop their strategic development plan through the succession planning, and we help them to grow within Mondelez so that they can join the future leadership roles across. And early career program is a great tool for the employer branding. Also, I proudly say that Mondelez is consistently winning the top employer award. This year, also in 2025, we have won the top employer award in our region. We got this top employer in Egypt, Morocco, Pakistan, Saudi, and UAE. To learn more about the early career program, in the next slide, I will also tell you about the agendas we work as early careers. So, early career has 3 main ambits for us, that is, to work on our DNI. The next agenda is the campus management and also the fellowship programs. This innovation challenge is one of the ambit for our early career program. This innovation challenge is one of the key challenge which helps you to grow with Mondelez, and also it provides you coaching, mentoring, and learning opportunities across. Also, those who win this competition will eventually get the lending opportunities and a chance to work with Mondelez and grow for the future talents across. In the next slide, I will further talk about regarding our innovation challenge. So, as you all know, that this challenge is live on our landing page. The registrations are already live, and it will be open till 3rd of March. So, those who yet not registered, please do do the registrations and complete it so that you can play our challenge. So this entire challenge is having 4 stages. The first stage is already live. The first stage shows about the case challenge, which is for commercial and manufacturing for both functions across. The second stage will be about further building on the solutions for the challenge and the problem statement you have got for. The third stage will be the national competition round, which means that you will compete with the students within your own country, and whoever wins the national competition round will eventually get and qualify for the grand finale round, which is a regional competition between students of Egypt and Pakistan. Once those who wins the regional competition will have the opportunity to interact with the leadership team of Mondelez, and also they will get the chance to work within Mondelez. All right, so in the next slide we will learn about how Mondelez operate. So Mondelez is basically having two main functions, commercial and MSc, and also the case challenges are based on this. Commercial commercial is basically consists of functions and departments which are usually finance, marketing, CGA, legal, human resource, and some more. And MSc is particularly tapping our manufacturing and supply chain functions across. All right. So in the next slide, we have a very good activity for you, an ice-breaking activity for you all. So in the comment section, I would like to know what's your favorite Mondelez snack. Please write it in the chat box. Okay, we got the response for the Cadbury Dairy Milk. Yeah, I guess there are like more of the fans for the Cadbury Dairy Milk. Someone for Milka and Oreo. Wow. All right, so we have flooded with the responses showing wide range of the Mondelez snacks loved across the globe. All right, so now it's time to dive into the main agenda of today's session. So I would now like to invite Hussain Changi, our Sales Capability Manager from Pakistan. Hello, Hussain, how are you?
I'm good. Hello, whoever is over here from Pakistan and from Egypt. Welcome to this amazing connect. It's a pleasure to connect over here, even through digitally. And thank you so much, Nida, for having me over here, and all my counterparts who have joined from Egypt as well. Assalamu alaikum. Hello. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Changi, for joining us. So, Changi, I would now like you to please introduce yourself and tell us about your career journey at Mondelez.
All right, I'll start, but I'm working as a sales capability manager here at Mondelez. It's been around 3 months over here that I have been associated. But if I look back in the hindsight, it's not just 3 months. I think it's a complete full circle which has come into realization. I started my career as a sales management trainee at Mondelez, freshly graduated from university, just like the students who are about to graduate who have joined us over here over the link as well. So I was fortunate enough to work with such an amazing company at the very nascent, very early start of my career. Got a chance to work with amazing brands like Cadbury, Dairy Milk, Tang, Soft Mints, Eclairs. At the same time that I was initially was engaged in a lot of brand launches as well. And after that, I went to another company, Friesent Campina. Have done my work in sales and category management. No, not in category management over there. In sales and channel development, predominantly in shopper marketing. Excuse me. And then I actually moved to a telecommunication company called Zong, which is globally known as China Mobile. Have spent around good 3.5 years over there. So after roughly, I would say 6.5 years, I'm back to my full circle, and have joined CPNA, category planning and activation, as a sales capability lead for Pakistan, and have been rolling out the programs in the context of people development, in the context of process development, in the context of setting the right priority and the agenda for the next few years, and where we see Model East Pakistan in the future, and what strengths and capability we need to build to ensure that we achieve that vision that we have set. So, all those individuals who are listening to me right now, I welcome you all, and can say this thing and can vouch on this, that this is the best ever decision that you have taken to invest your time and energy for this amazing competition. So, welcome.
Thank you so much, Changi. So, Changi, definitely your entire career journey is like very enlightening, and definitely those who have joined today's session will definitely get benefit out of it. So, my next question is, since you know that Mondelez is known for valuing innovation, and this challenge is all about bringing innovation to the business, right? So, can you please briefly explain the commercial case challenge to the students and what key factors to focus on while solving the case?
All right, that's really interesting. So if we actually see, because we belong to the MENAP region, Middle East, North Africa, and Pakistan. So if we actually understand the trade dynamics, they are somewhat equal to what's happening in Pakistan and compared to what's happening in the other region. Why? Because the markets are actually, if we talk about the channel structure, if I talk about the RTM, that's similar. So the guidance what I will be giving right now is not only for the Pakistan but also for the participants who have joined from Egypt, because the direction will going to be the same. Because somehow the landscape and the retail market, the way it operates, it's very close to each other. All right. So number one thing that you have to do to all the students, I would say, that first off you have to understand the gist of the case. All right, what exactly are we talking about? So you have to do, first thing first is the marketing survey, market research survey, on the gifting category, number one. So there will be two parts of it. Number one stream will going to be from the consumer end, and the other stream will going to be from the trade end. Trade means the retail end. So when we talk about, I'm sure that all of you have gone through the marketing courses at your respective universities. When we talk about trade, when we talk about demand, what how exactly can we generate demand? So there are two ways to generate demand. Number one, uh, generating demand at the consumer level, and another one is generating demand at the trade level. Demand generation at the consumer level is the responsibility of a brand manager. Demand generation at the trade level is a responsibility of a category manager. All right. So these two streams need to be covered in your research work. So what do you have to do? You need to first off need to do the survey on consumer. Let's say the sample size of 100 individuals, and you have done a survey, and you have done survey on, I'm just giving you some ballpark questions that you can incorporate. All right. So number one question will going to be, do you celebrate any occasion in your life? All right. Okay, what exactly the gifts, the ornaments, and how you celebrate that? Do you give any gifts or not? If you give any gifts, what are the kind of proposition you pick up for that? Have you considered chocolate category in gifting? So if you have considered chocolate category, which chocolate do you prefer to do that? Okay. All right. So that's how you will going to understand the motives, the perception, the needs of, if people are actually uh, using chocolates as a transaction in the gifting. So what exactly the motives are behind? All right, number one. Then there comes the trade part. All right. The trade part you need to understand. So consumer, there's one part which is about consumer behavior. You need to understand the psychology. You need to understand why people buy. You need to understand if they buy, which proposition they buy. You also need to understand. Okay, for example, there are few certain consumers. You have done the research and you got to know that 20% of the consumers are actually go for the gifting. What kind of gifting? What is their budget? All right. So what is their budget? What is their budget side? What is their share of wallet? All right. So if their share of wallet, let's say $10, your proposition is of $15. All right. So it doesn't fit well. So what do you need to do with the product so that that fits within the budget as well? All right. So I'm just throwing some ideas over here. Or let's say the budget is of $10. However, within that budget the competition is giving better options, so they are not picking up you but they are picking up the competition. All right. So why they are picking up the competition? Maybe it's because more available, maybe because it is easily widely available, maybe because there is an offer of buy one get one free, let's put it this way. All right. Maybe you don't have to, uh, browse so much to find that. Now there comes the trade part. In the trade part, what you have to do, you need to go and you need to do the market survey. Go talk to the retailers in the market, create a decent amazing questionnaire, go there and have a discussion. All right, what are, and most importantly, while you are doing a discussion and conducting your retail survey, one of the most important and the most powerful thing that you need to deploy, all right, that's your observation skills. A lot of answers can be, I would say a lot of questions can be answered just by observation. All right, so what you have to do, go to the store and see how many I would say brands are operating in the demand space of gifting. See what is the proposition, what is the price point, how many type of packs which are available in gifting. There can be a pack which is of 100 gram, there can be a pack which is of 500 gram, there can be a pack which is of 50 gram. All right, jot it down. See how exactly it is placed into the shelf, how much shelf of share is actually given to each of the competition. And that is how you will going to understand how the landscape of the market is working. Also have a discussion with the retailer and try to find out what are the price structures, at what price you sell this gifting. Let's say this is a gift box. All right, this is a gift box, Cadbury gifting, and the Ferrero Rocher is over there, Lindt chocolate is over there. All right, the other brands are over there as well, the competition. So how much is of this, at what price, MRP, maximum, I would say manufacturer's recommended price, the retail price, the consumer price at which the consumer buy. What, at what price you sell this? He'll say $10. All right, at what price you receive it? I got it for $8. Do you receive it at $8 every single time? No, right now, because the Valentine's Day is coming, the stock is a lot, and that's why I have given dedicated spaces to the gifting section. But the regular price at which I buy is $9, and I sell it at 10 because of the season right now. I'm getting a trade offer of $1. All right. So understand what are the mechanics of trade offer, at what season you receive the trade offer, at what season the retailers are receiving the trade offer. All right. So once you will going to have all these information, once you have all this data, it will going to help you in crafting up your plan. All right. So these are the two streams that you need to work on. Number one is from the consumer side, which is from the brand side, and another one is from the trade side, which is the category side. And also furthermore, you also need to delve into the RTM, which is means route to market, how these products are available on the shelf. Are they buying it from the local importer? Are the companies have deployed any distributor who are making the products available? All right. So once you have all these, put that in an Excel. All right. So you will going to I'll share this one example for you. For example, brand wise, here is Cadbury, competition 1, competition 2, competition 3, competition 4, competition 5. All right. That's, here you're talking about number of SKUs. So you're writing it down. So Cadbury has 4 SKUs, competition 1 has 3 SKUs, competition 2 has 5 SKUs. What is the trade price? So you put it down. What is the retail price? You put it down. What are the trade offers available? You put it down. What are the RTM structure? So they are buying it from the the distributor, they are importing it on their own, they are buying it from the open market. All right. What is the frequency of purchase? Okay, they are buying it once in a week, they are buying it twice in a week, they are buying it once in a month. All right. So once you have all these data points on an Excel or a PowerPoint presentation, then you will be able to visualize. Then you will be able to see how this market landscape is operating. And believe you me, once you have the consumer survey, once you have the trade survey, you will be able to understand the gaps and opportunities. And that is where your job as a future general manager will going to come in, that you will be making strategies to understand those gaps and opportunities. I think I have sufficiently explained it in detail, right? Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much, Angi, for this. Definitely, these insights are very thoughtful, and I hope these insights will help you guys to solve and crack the case. If you have any questions, please mention it in the comment section, please. And also, if you have any reflections, you can also write it down over there. All right, so Changi, now we have a rapid fire question answer round with you. So, just
Okay.
to know more about your favorite Morley Street that brighten up your long day.
I'm an OG original Cadbury Dairy Milk fan since day one. Yeah, before I was not even aware of the name of the brand. So I have been consuming it since my childhood. So I'm an OG fan of Cadbury Dairy Milk. CDM all the way.
Okay, good to know. Cadbury is my favorite as well. Okay, the next question is, what's the craziest combination or a thing you ever have done for a snack?
All right, so I don't know should I quote it over here or not, but here in Pakistan there is one thing, and the people who are from Egypt, I don't know if you guys are aware of paratha. So it's like a shawarma roti, like khubuz, all right, which is very popular in Egypt as well in Middle East and Arab centric countries. So what I used to do, I remember that. Early in my days when I was in my late teens or perhaps in my mid teens. So I used to have that paratha and I used to melt a little bit of chocolate and wrap it up, and then I used to have it. So that is one of, I would say, Eastern and contemporary kind of an innovation that I did with the snacking. So yeah.
Great to hear that. So, thank you so much, Angi, for joining us today. Now, for the second challenge, which is for the MSc, I would like to invite Mohammed Hamdi, our mold section manager from Egypt plant.
Hello, Nadia. Hello, everyone. It's really exciting to be with you all today and to have this opportunity to be a part of this amazing event.
Hi, Hamdi. Okay, Hamdi. So, first of all, I request you to please introduce yourself and walk us through your career journey at Mondelez.
Okay, so actually, I started my career 11 years ago and actually started in construction. Then I moved to Henkel for like 4 years as part of the engineering and maintenance team back then. And I joined Mondelez almost 5.5 years now. Most of them, all of them actually are in C2 plants, a chocolate plant here in Egypt. It had been a different roles in maintenance and operation up until now.
All right. So, Hamdi, I just want you to please brief us on the MSc challenge. Like, what is expected from students out of this MSc case study?
Sure, sure. So for all the young talents that are interested in manufacturing and supply chain, we have an amazing case for you. It's actually as it's connected or linked with the stage as Nadia mentioned. We have three phases. So phase one of the challenge is actually, as you know, we mentioned before our case happening in MENAB region, which is Middle East, North Africa, and Pakistan. MENAB has very strong business with total sales of 1,075,000 tons across all categories. 26,000 tons of these volume are actually exported from the region. We have around 2,050 employees in 5 markets and 7 manufacturing facilities in 4 countries. So actually, we are planning to invest in one of our chocolate making facilities here in MENAB region. The reason for the investment increasing the volume produced in MENAB and also increasing the exporting portfolio. The investment is very simple. We're gonna add two packaging machine or two packaging leg to one of our molding lines in one molding lines. It's the lines making the chocolate tablets that we all familiar with, like a Cadbury, for example. So the aim for this investment increasing the output of the line as well as expanding the portfolio produced on that specific line with a different additional SKUs. SKUs means like stock keeping units. This is a term that we are using for the portfolio that we have. The installation actually of each machine will take around 8 days, and we can't install the two machines at the same time. You have to stop the line, install one machine, and then do it for the other line. But at the meantime, because we are actually this case is a reflection of our daily operation, so in the same time we need to fulfill the requirements for the plant and for the line. We need to produce the required volume for the next 2 months. We gonna consider the months that we are talking about as March and April for 2025. So keep that in mind. So we have a plan from the supply planning team for the whole 2 months, and we need to fulfill actually this plan at the same time installing the machines. Here's some additional tips or information that you need to consider. Ignore any public holidays in these months, because I know it's Ramadan and Eid, so you will probably consider these holidays and this days off. Ignore it, any of that. This is for simplicity of the case. Working hours of the line is 24 by 6, which means we are running 6 days for 24 hours. And you can run on Fridays and as an overtime, but only for 2 shifts, because you need to rotate the operation of the line with a maximum of 2 shifts on Fridays, as I mentioned. The maximum allowable Fridays operation is only 2 per month, so you can actually run the line on Fridays twice only, which means you have around 4 additional shifts in the month. In the case, you will find the monthly demand for each month with each SKU, what is the output required, what is the volume required for this specific SKU, as well as the output rate of the line, because every SKU has its own output rate of the line. You can calculate from that the speed, the time needed for the operation. That was a quick brief about the case itself. What will be required is specifically in phase one, we need to have an installation plan, detailed installation plan for the two machines, showing what you will do to finalize the installation, and also check if the plant will fulfill the two requirements, 2 months requirements needed from the supply planning or not, showing the calculations that you did. This is about for phase one. For the teams will be advanced to phase two. You will have additional requirements that you need to fulfill also. We need to have a production weekly plan for the whole 2 months, including the required maintenance plan. Maintenance plan is it's gonna take around 1 shift each week. You should consider that in your production plan. And we need also the HSE standard or health safety environment standard, specifically on lot 2 machine guardings and 5S for the 2 new machines. We need also the quality standard, specifically the sampling plan, BBM and net content for the new machine. And finally, the maintenance standard, specifically the initial maintenance cost, and MB, which means maintenance prevention plan for the new machine. That is for phase two. For the team that will be advanced, because I know that it's going to be only 2 teams, one for each country, that will be advanced to phase 3. We will raise the bar again, and you will need to show something else in your final stint. So as you know, we are living in Egypt and in Pakistan. We are suffering almost the same economic situation. So suddenly, before the installation of the two machine, we got a sudden hit that the inflation here in Egypt increased to 38%. This is not just a number; it's hitting our business because the inflation gonna increase everything. It's gonna increase our COGS or cost of goods sold, impacting our pricing, and fortunately, it's unfortunately it's gonna affecting, of course, our sales volume. And also, if that not was not enough, actually, the government also introduced an additional 10% tax on any products that does not don't meet the environment regulation that the country have. So, in a simple terms, everything is getting more expensive, and if we don't act fast, our margin will, of course, suffer. So let's break it down a little bit for you to simplify everything. Our Let's talk about the real numbers that we have for our mold line. We have the raw and back material cost is around 2.5 million USD. The manufacturing cost is around 0.75 million USD, and the logistic cost is around 0.18 million USD, which we will have a selling price of 5 millions and the gross margin around 31%. After the installation, after the inflation wave that we suffered, we got increase in everything prices. So the raw and back material cost now is 38% higher. The manufacturing cost also is increased with 21%, and the logistic cost increased by 10%. So as I mentioned, we need to act fast. We need a plan to regain our margin. So it's not just one department or one man show here. It's an integration between all departments: R&D, manufacturing, procurement, sourcing, logistic, even marketing, everything. So what you and your team will be required is to have a productivity project list to enhance our COGS by 20%, with justification of each project. Why did you choose this specific project? Because to show us your innovation, your way of thinking, why did you choose this one? And also, we need a sustainability projects for energy, water, and food waste to avoid the additional 10% tax that I mentioned before. I think the case is challenging, but at the same time, it's let's say fun or entertaining, and actually, it's a real life situation that we are facing every day here in Mondelez. Wishing you all luck and to have a blast solving this case and enjoy it as much as we did in creating it. And hopefully, we are waiting to see you all of amazing replies and cases. Thank you all. Over to you, Nade.
Thank you so much, Hamdi. Definitely, you have shared very insightful tactics about how to solve this challenge. And I hope both our speakers, like for MSc and for commercial, these insights will definitely help our students to, further excel on their competition. If you have any questions, you can write in the comment section. These speakers will help you out answering them. So Hamdi, I would now like to have a rapid fire round with you as well.
Sure.
So my question to you is, which Mondelez brand do you think is the most iconic and why?
Iconic is gonna be all the way Cadbury Dairy Milk.
Yes. Okay. And my next question to you is, do you have a favorite way of enjoying a Mondelez product, for example, with a combination of with a cup of coffee or as a dessert?
It depending on the product of Mondelez, because we have a wide range. If I'm enjoying chocolate like Milka or not, because this is my favorite, I rather have it alone. But if I have a biscuit or anything, maybe a cup of tea will be accompanied with that.
Okay. And which Mondelez product will define your personality and why?
It's a really a good question. I don't know. Uh, Maybe Milka.
Okay. And why?
It's different. Let's call it like this.
Okay, right. All right. Thank you so much, Hamdi, for joining us
Yeah,
today.
it's
Yes.
actually a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So next we have Eid Ahmed with us. He is talent acquisition lead for Meenab. Eid, can you please share your thoughts on this challenge and how it will benefit the students?
Thank you so much, and sorry guys for joining late. I had an important meeting, so sorry for this. I'm very happy, very excited for this session. I'm very happy with where we stand now. This is the first time we have created such a gamification. We're trying to be closer and closer to the our campuses and to be closer and closer to our students as well. Uh, this is one of the things where we it open and gives you an opportunity to start your career with Mondelez, to start your career also anywhere. It gives you an idea of how FMCG thinks about everything. So I'm very happy of having this of this session. I think Nida, you already gave a good introduction about our company, about our early careers strategy, and how we're handling our early careers. I'm very excited and looking forward to see the national winners from Pakistan and the national winners from Egypt, and then we finally have the regional winners. So as I told you, we focus very much on early careers. We focus very much on campus management. This is where you can build the future leaders for our company. So your recruitment strategy sometimes it depends on you develop from inside, you build from inside, or you buy from outside. So we're making you getting ready by going into these competitions and competition and giving you a flavor of what Mondelez provide.
All right, E, thank you so much. Okay, so now it's time for the Q&A session. We have some questions in the chat box. So the first question is, will the session be available online or on YouTube? Yes, so this will be a recorded session and it will be available for the later use as well. We have another question, that is, will there be more on the other case studies? Yeah, so definitely this is the stage one which we have already launched on our landing page. So now it has some deadline which has already been communicated. So those who have registered, they can see the case and they can have the clear idea about the deadline. Once if you qualify for the stage one, you will then proceed for the next stage. And definitely the case two, the stage two will definitely have some further build on the case, and we might plan to do some kind of a webinar or some mentoring sessions so that you guys can have some assistance from our end as well. So any further questions?
Yes,
Okay, so we have
we
one more
feel
question.
yes.
Yeah. What sustainability initiatives can be introduced to reduce energy, water, and food waste to avoid the additional environmental tax? So, Hamdi, can you please answer
Yeah, sure.
this?
Sure. Actually, the sky here is the limit. You can provide anything that you can think about. We considering all the ideas because we don't want to impose on you a specific type that you need to follow. Just show us your innovation.
Okay. So, we have some more questions. So, what is the ideal submission of supply chain case will be like? So, again, it's for you, Hamdi.
Again, as I mentioned, there is like a small part of the cases there is a model answer for it, but the other is just we want to see your innovation here. This is our way to see your way of thinking, to judge your innovation, to know more about you. It's just not like a simple question that we have a model answer for it.
Okay. Okay, the next question is, will participants from for each country will be working on the commercial strategy for their own country? So, Changi, if you would like to answer this, please.
Absolutely. So the participants from the Egypt will be working on the commercial strategy for their country, and likewise goes for Pakistan. So what you have to do, you have to go and talk to your consumer of your territory. For example, if I talk about Pakistan, so must be people come joining from Karachi, few will be from Islamabad, few will be from some other areas. So in which designated area you are operating, so you have to do the consumer survey and the retail survey of the market of that particular area. So I think that's my answer suffice to the participants of both the countries.
Thank you
Yes,
so
and
much.
I think that the question also is coming from the idea of the regional finals at the end. So we will have first the national finals, and even in the regional final, you'll be all, yes, presenting about your country and your own country, not about different countries, and there will be a judging criteria depending on this in our regional finals.
All right. Any other question?
We need
Uh,
energy, guys. Come on.
yeah, please ask more and more questions so that you
Yes.
guys can have more clarity.
Was
I
it,
guess,
this is already we answered.
yeah, we already answered this. All right. I guess there is no more questions anymore.
Okay, let the competition begin. And as
Yeah.
they say, again, we're very very excited, for you to know also, this is our first time creating such a thing in Minap, either in Egypt or Pakistan. So as well as it's a competition for you, it's also a challenge for us, and we're learning from it. And differently, every time a new thing will happen, and we'll learn from it, and we'll keep on developing it. The most important thing is that we try to be as much as possible close to the to our early careers and our students. I think we had a last question from Mahmoud Muhammad. Is this required to a video submit in commercial case?
Okay, so the criteria is defined clearly on the stage one. For the stage one, for now, it's only you have to submit the presentation. In the stage one, there is like no requirement for the video, but there will be in the upcoming stages. So for with each stage, the criteria will be defined clearly on our landing page.
Any more question, guys? Come on. Don't feel shy to ask any question. We're here to help. We're here to support, to make sure you also have a great results at the case at the end.
Okay, we have one more. Will the whole three phase be submitted in the stage one? Three phase be submitted. Steps will be taken to ensure compliance with the government 10% tax, environmental tax.
Yeah, I can answer this.
Yeah.
For the question for the whole phases to be submitted on stage one, no, it's only phase one, as we mentioned, and you when you move along the stages, you will add up on the phases. For the second question, what steps will be taken to ensure the compliance? You are the one who gonna mention to us what steps that we need to follow, because as we mentioned, we need a sustainability projects from your side. Uh, think about everything that you need to think, every step that you need to take from your point of view that we need to follow to be compliant with the government law.
Yeah, so this entire challenge is about, bringing the innovation. So we are open for your ideas and how you can contribute towards this innovation challenge.
It's called innovation. So the sky is the limit, as Hamdi has mentioned. It's not a yes or no questions. It's not a optimum solution for the case. It's how your mind thinks about it and how you can help us also improve this.
All right, and we also have the chatbot available on our landing page. So if you have any query, particularly regarding any technical issues or something, you can reach out to us over there as well. Okay, we have one more question. In the first round, how many pitches will be shortlisted in case of supply chain? Can you please let us know?
No, I didn't understand the question.
I mean, yeah, how many, for example, 100 have applied.
Ah, okay.
How many would be shortlisted? We'll keep this for now, as uh, يعني we still, it depends on the application numbers and how many will be looking. At the end, we'll have a winner and runner up from and two runners up from each country, and then we have a winner and a runner up from the regional one.
Okay, so we have some more questions. So, how will weekly maintenance be integrated into the production plan without disrupting the overall output? Hamdi, this
Yeah,
is from you.
this is your about again to tell us because we have a production plan, weekly production plan, and we need a slot for the weekly maintenance that we need to do. You are the one who gonna tell us when to do it and how we can do it. Believe me, guys, we already solved the case, so don't worry, we know the answer.
Okay, so we have one more question: from which
We have
locations
a lot
country
of
student, yeah, student can participate? So currently this challenge is open for two countries, Pakistan and Egypt, and we are specific towards these countries for now. Okay, can MBA students apply? Okay, so criteria is clearly mentioned on the website itself. So this challenge is basically open for third year and fourth year students, and those who are currently doing MBA and are not working can also participate.
Okay, I guess you left a
yeah.
question there about
Uh,
what sustainability initiatives can be introduced to reduce energy, water, and food waste. This is a duplicate question, as we mentioned before. uh, think about everything that you need to do it. The sky is the limit, as I mentioned before. We don't want to just say to you what to do here. Think about any initiatives that can reduce energy or water or food waste that we can implement here in the plant. Another question: what will the initial maintenance cost be for the new machines, and what is the preventive maintenance plan? The initial maintenance cost is the cost that we need to do it for at least 1 year of the maintenance of the machines, and the maintenance plan, it's required for again for 1 year of the two machines. What is maintenance required there? Again, I don't want to just specify a specific type of packaging machine here. Think about any machines that you can find and create a maintenance plan for it.
So we have a lot of questions from MSc. Do we have any questions for the commercial part?
there,
I guess also we found like we missed the question. What I when I solve phase one, the days is not sufficient to make the installation. Do I need to make an assumption? No, you need to calculate if it's gonna be sufficient or not, because we mentioned to you all the requirements and all the aspects that you need to follow. So just calculate it and you will find out the solution. Uh, Again, I just don't want to miss any questions that mentioned
the
here.
two Fridays is not no. There is one about the
Yeah, it's the
Friday.
2 Fridays. It's the 2 Fridays. It's not allowable to operate the factory in them. Can we use them for installation or not? Of course, you can use it for installation. I mentioned only for the operation of the line. You are started to think here, so that's good. Keep it up.
I think maybe the commercial case is easier than the MSC case, so this is why we don't have a lot of discussion. But the commercial case is very interesting and very nice case to look for. It gives you. I hope we have some. Maybe we don't have a lot of people from the commercial side, but maybe I will ask Hussein a question regarding the commercial cases. Do we expect people to think about more of our channels, more of our uh, new products we can do? Any where would we like them to think about when they do the commercial cases? Where you want to find the innovation at this commercial case?
Thank you, Idembe. I was feeling very left out that nobody's asking
No,
questions from me. Well, thank you for the compliance. All right. Yeah, I think for the phase one, one thing what they need to do, students, okay, understand the landscape first off. So see the channels, how many channels are actually there, and in which channel the gifting is actually selling out. For example, if this is a mobile phone, so the right channel for the mobile phone will going to be the I would say big malls. You can buy mobile from over there, but you will not going to find mobile phone selling from the bakery, all right, or from Kriana or from GT store. So same goes with the proposition of gifting. It's a really really amazing proposition, but you will not going to find that proposition everywhere. So where exactly the gifting products are actually available? So first off, draw the sketch of it, and then after looking at the gaps and opportunity, we can see, all right, so right now let's assume we are available on modern trade. So can we actually make a little bit of availability of gifting category into the general trade as well? But that's gonna be the second phase. First off, they need to draw the sketch. What exactly is happening? First, X-ray the market. If I use the right, I would say, metaphor, X-ray the market, and then we can see the diagnosis has been done. What kind of an antidote do we really need to give? Yeah.
Perfect.
I believe, Aid, we have a last question. It's regarding the productivity project. Again, guys, again, think outside the box. I don't want to name any projects that you can do it, but you can do everything. You can mention to me that we have like 100% of our raw and back material is imported. We're gonna make it localized. I don't know. Just think outside the box. Think what you can do, and just propose it.
Yes. Always, whenever you got stuck at a point, think about this is called the innovation challenge. The innovation challenge, it's more about showing your ways of thinking, your mindset, your agility, your competencies. What competencies we always look like for, like agility, innovation, communication, out of the box solution. Don't think like I need to give exactly the right answer of, for example, we will produce 20 tons in 30 days. So always use this.
We have two other question. The first one is specific safety measurement like machine guarding will be implemented for the new machine. Just do a search about what is mean by machine guarding, and you will understand for this part, because there is a specific standard for each one of the standards in HSE that I mentioned, like Lotto and machine guarding. So do you search about what is mean by machine guarding, and you will find out what you need. I guess the other question
For
is,
Hussein, it's
yeah,
for
for
Hussein.
Hussein. Yeah. Yeah.
The last question is for the commercial.
So the question is, can you elaborate on the current competitive landscape in both Egypt and Pakistan for chocolate gifting, particularly regarding premium brands? So I think they are asking for the market competition more.
All right. Okay. That's exactly what students have to do. But just to summarize that, because this is what the requirement of the stage one. But to summarize that, how exactly it works, if I put that from the Pakistani landscape, so majority of the gifting section is actually sold through the modern trade, through supermarkets. So you will going to find a very thin presence apparently at that time on general trade. Why? Number one is because of the shopper. The person who shops usually don't go to the Kriana, don't go to the bakery, don't go to the general trade for the gifting category. They go for the supermarket. Number one. Number two is the share of wallet. So when you are in supermarket, the share of wallet is relatively higher because you either going for your monthly grocery or you are a shopper on a mission. Third, the availability of the assortment and the range, it will always be higher in modern trade compared to the general trade. So this is actually few of the dynamics right now. And fourth, the presence of the competition is also higher towards the modern trade. So that's how the landscape is right now. It's at a very nascent stage right now. Why? Number one, there is a lot of growth opportunity in the gifting category of chocolate. Number two, very few players are actually operating in this. So there is a huge demand space available, huge blue ocean available that can be tapped. All right, so especially in the premium segment of it. And I think that's it, that's all about it, because the demand space is there. So we want you guys to actually jog your brain and come up with an amazing plan and looking forward to see what's gonna be the next phase. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So, that's the wrap of the session. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining, and hopefully, this case review session will be helpful for our students so that they can easily solve the case further. Thank you so
Wish you
much.
all the best and good luck, and let the competition begin.
Yeah.
Good luck,
Have a nice
Bye.
day.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.